Good evening! What's up? Everyone! Hello! Everyone's busy today, huh? Grum's busy, but that's okay. Angel Dog's busy, but that's okay. How everyone doing? How's it going? I still have some ice cream left. So I thought I'm gonna eat that. Hey Orion, how's it going? And then we go to Route 65. And after that, Jenna. Orion. Bram says. All right. So I'm kind of like I actually look forward to the Jenna route, and let me tell you why. Because she's like the one character I really don't know what to expect of. I mean, I kinda do and I kinda don't. I think it'll have to do a lot with her family. But I also do think that it will hold a lot of surprises. Since Jenna has a lot of mommy and daddy issues. And probably also brother issues. What was that brother's name? Jimmy or something? Jimmy and Jenna. Jeremy. I feel like we're gonna meet Jeremy as well. And maybe Clint returns because he's Jeremy's butt buddy. Okay. Time to go on Route 65. And to do this. So, just to recap a little bit. I will be ready always, Angel Dog. So, to recap it a little bit. The characters, went back home from school. While Chase basically outed himself watching Stallion and Fox porn to his parents that morning. Parents tried to reach him with a phone. He refuses. He let himself drop off with Carl. And then they basically went to a Halloween party. No, not a Halloween party. They thought it was a Halloween party, but it was like... No. TJ's mom thought it was a Halloween. That is even more specific. And they went to the Day of the Dead celebration. And they got into a lot of trouble there, and now they are basically out. Leo is there. Saving again. The ass of our lovely otter Chase. And yeah, let's continue. Basically what happened is Leo just told Chase that he kind of likes him, you know? And now they're out of the building, back to the desert. It's morning after the party, and we go on from here. I need cheese with honey. We usually drink warm milk with honey if we want to go to a deep slumber. You're observant, yeah? Like Flynn, but less of an insulting shit about it. My parents, my siblings, they love you, dude. Mom's always asking me when Chase is gonna come around again. We reach the end of the stairway. The insides of my ears probably ruby red at this point. The back lot of portions is mainly composed of old piles of dirt and some foundation like they were planning on expanding before they shut down. I'm not gonna fuck internet people. You can ease up on the compliments. He says that because he signed up to what essentially boils down to Craigslist. Put an ad out that he looks for like a mentor and a friend, so to speak, and Leo saw that. While looking for lawnmowers. I turn and smirk at Leo, a little in disbelief that those words just left my mouth. We start walking. Good. I have no clue what you are into, actually. Honesty. Leo looks at me a little worriedly. That same guilty expression crossing his muzzle once again. And, you know, muscles, I guess. Leo's eyes light up, more pulling into a fangy grin. It actually is a pretty frightening visage in the middle of the night. Where anyone but Leo. Predators, man. Should come to more of my games if you want to see those. The internet exists too. Leo, Chase, what are you doing, man? Like, come on, dude. Yeah, and how'd that work out for you earlier? I feel the pang of remembrance and the ensuing feelings of shame all over again. Sorry. This whole night did exactly what I wanted, after all. Distracted me from my problems. I feel Leo's eyes on me, his face softening. He places his paw on my back. I missed a lot this season. We weren't even at the homecoming. The tickets were like $30. I was saving up for that multiplayer driving sim game with Carl. Chase, it's a trap, no! Chase is gonna have a really lovely boyfriend in Leo, right? There's no toxicity at all in this. We actually played it for like 3 hours and never touched it again. Oh my god! They're talking. They're like me. They're like me. I buy games and I mean they even played it for 3 hours, right? I sometimes buy games to never touch them at all, and I need to stop that. We won by only a few points, and I got 2 touchdowns. If you were there, I would have pointed to the stands where you were and everything. Embarrassed the shit out of you, eh? I wouldn't be embarrassed. I'd be... Well, I'm proud of you. In the past, I had vocally lamented Leo's ascension to jockhood, especially his douchebag townie teammates. Now it's Leo's turn to be dubious. He clicks his tongue against the roof of his mouth, shaking his head. You and Carl just think I'm a different person now. That I play Varsity. Carl and I would poke fun at him about it, and I think our jokes genuinely upset him. Yeah, because Leo is a kind of a proud motherfucker. I've never really properly apologized about all that. In reality, I just didn't like the fact he spent most of his after-school time at practice. I miss him. You're not. You've always been a block-headed ball slinger. That hasn't changed. Leo lets out a deep cordial. You're gonna join the cheerleading squad now for me, Otter? I ain't flexible enough for that. Oh, Leo will teach you how to be flexible. You think I can't do a high kick? No, but I'd pay $1 to see you try. Coming to a stop, I look down at my stubby legs. $1 is $1. That's 1/4 of what I need to get a burger at the diner. Man, those were the times when you could get a burger for $1. It's for $4, and it's probably not even a bad burger. Everything considered. Well, maybe it sucks ass. You never know. Not gonna film this too. The wolf's shoulders tense, his gaze snapping to me. Chase, you said I wouldn't ask about it. Doesn't mean I can't tease you about it. He asked, but then I can't tell. That sort of cheered him up in a way. Just don't mention it around the group, okay? Make a circle with my fingers in a gesture in acknowledgement. Make sure there is no errant shrubbery. Yeah, what were you filming, Leo? Porn. Not porn. I make sure there's no errant shrubbery around me before directing my muscles to lift my right leg as high up as it will go. It turns out that that is barely a 60-degree angle from its stationary position. I hear the wolf snigger. Oh, come on. I'm just a stack of furry stone, and even I can kick higher than that. We're a different species. Give me a break. Work for that $1, Chase. Defy species norms and negative stereotypes, as Jasmine says. There are physical limitations. Here, that no third period social science class can overcome. And I don't think an otter being paid to perform for a wolf's amusement is actually a progressive act. I believe you. He has that saccharine and schmaltzy as possible, eliciting an eye roll from yours truly. I lift my leg, this time bracing my hands underneath my thigh and pushing up. I managed to get the thigh itself much higher, though I'm having trouble fully extending at the knee. Leo notices and steps over, taking my calf and holding the small of my back supportively, so I don't tip over. My muscles are starting to burn something fierce, and the position is pretty damn compromising. Of course it is, because Leo wants it to be as compromising as possible. I frown as hard as I can up at Leo, who bursts into laughter. Okay, now I wish I was filming this. Otter. Dude! I wriggle free, rubbing my now sore leg before continuing onward. True to his word, Leo fishes his wallet out off the back of his jeans and hands me a crisp $1 note. Pocket $1. looking back over toward Leo. Don't I get a tip? Oh, you sure will get a tip, Chase. I'm pretty sure there will a tip be for you. The tip comes late. Oh my god, no! 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 Leo, what are you doing? Jesus Christ. I buried my face in my paws, groaning in contrast to the baritone cackling of the wolf beside me. Jokes like that have a whole new meaning after tonight. Yeah, they do. As I peek through my fingers, I see that the sun has crested the edge of the mountains and the world is bathed in glimmers of orange. I've been up for nearly 24 hours now and my body feels more tingly than tired. We stop walking beside the main road now, the lack of vehicle traffic giving an eerie stillness to the desert. Leo walks close to me to the point where our paws brush against each other from time to time. Ah, really? So, that party. One of Leo's large ears flicks in my direction before he turns, canting his head curiously. Yeah? That wasn't very Day of the Dead, was it? He shakes his head. No, it was not. I think some of those deadbeats thought it had to do with the movie. I really only remember celebrating it once in my home country. Though I wouldn't really say it was a celebration, yeah. I just remember my mom, dad, and siblings gathering in a cemetery. We placed orange marigolds in front of the abuelos' graves, lit candles, and ate quesadillas. Carl would like that last part. Of course he would like that last part, that gluttonous fuck. Ha! Oh shit. The prospect of food actually helped him get over his social anxiety to come with me. I see Leo's face shift to a tight frown. Fuck man, that party probably made his issues so much worse. They barely had any fucking food too. Some tool named Robert just bought a bunch of fruit. Great. What a party. No wonder everyone was drunk. Like if you drink on an empty stomach, alcohol will just fucking murder you outright. What are you doing? Better than nothing. But yeah, I remember we talked about the loved ones who have passed, told stories. Somehow this Leo gave me feeling better than current Leo. It's still Leo. Okay, he brought the fruits, but who bought the food? I don't know. But yeah, I remember we just talked about the loved ones who have passed away, told stories, and sort of acted like they were there. So, do you actually believe that those who have passed can listen in on us when we want to? He looks up for a moment, the color of the sunrise now matching the hue of his fur. Wet stains are visible around his armpits. Dogs and wolves don't sweat, what the fuck? Okay. I'm just gonna, how do you say that? Suspend my disbelief for this one. His knuckles are bloodied and his head fur is a complete mess. That being said, it is kind of a good look for him. Oh yeah, my boyfriend has bloodied knuckles. He might have murdered someone, but it looks totally good on him. No. Gaze shifts back ahead, his tone neutral. But it helps the living, you know? We still gotta get by. Silence hangs between us. It is pretty obvious his mind has drifted to memories of Sydney. Mine as well. This sort of awkwardness is common now. Sharing trauma like that and carrying on like nothing happened is usually our go-to. It has been around about 4 years now and it hasn't gotten any easier. Too many reminders here. We're really fucked up from it. Neil's overprotectiveness, Carl's anxiety, Jasmine's escapism, Flint's rage and my hallucinations, and TJ. You'll find out soon, 11S, who he is. Yeah, I'm Turian. God, poor TJ. Maybe next year we could try. No, you're on time. On time, Leafhall. Chase. Leo looks at me, his eyes meeting my own before drifting to my paw. Slowly he reaches over, grasping mine in his. I just want to move on. To cherish what I got. Yeah, I want to. I can hear the word forget upon the tip of his tongue. But he can't bring himself to say it out loud. Instead he squeezes my paw tighter. I squeeze back. My therapist told me that I should talk about it more. But it isn't something that I can't just broach in between talk of football and video games. Yeah, that experience with Sydney must obviously fucked up the kids because they were really young back then too. Like Chase was 11 around that time. It was 4 years ago. Leo was 13. DJ was even younger. That shit must have really fucked them up. Only yeah, it's an interesting thought. Leafhawk, how you doing? Sure as shit way to kill any good feelings in the area. That's for sure. Like right now? Otter. It brings our paws up in front of us, forcing me to look at our own interlaced fingers. Seeing the size difference, the red fur gripping my own, is enough to make my neck feel hot and hard. Thud heavy. Oh my. Look at what we're doing right now. We can shoot the sad shit about how tragic everything in Echo is. We can't go against the grain and be happy. I say let's be fucking happy. Leo smiles down at me, letting our paws fall back to our sides. Despite his motivational wording, I can tell from the gleam in his eyes that he's nervous. His usual confident bravado shaken in this new territory. I don't blame him. They say this sort of thing is supposed to give you a...
I found some web results.
No. They say this sort of thing is supposed to give you butterflies in your stomach feel. Yet as we walk along the abandoned Route 65, I feel less like I have butterflies and more like I'm about to jump out of a fucking plane. I hope you take the parachute with you. It isn't that simple, Leo. Oh fuck, let's pretend it is for a while and see how it goes. Yeah, for a while, you still fucking pretend like it's fucking easy 10 years or what later, or 7 years later. This is exactly the problem, like shoving whatever happened away and like not tackling the issue. That is exactly what leads to everything happening. Jesus Christ, Leo. You fucking idiot. You dumb fucking himbo. What exactly are you asking for? He rubs his forehead. Fang teeth briefly gritted. It's just... I don't know how to explain it. Just cheer up. Yeah, just be happy. Just activate your serotonin. It's easy. That wasn't exactly eloquently put, even by Leo's standards. I'm not even sure if we can have canon voices for Leo and Chase. Since it's not voice acted, probably not, but I don't even know if there's like voice acting in any of the games. Probably not as well. I'm the catted voice for everyone, right? No, I'm kidding. I'm obviously. I haven't eaten anything since lunch, swam or slept in 24 hours. I've been beaten in the head, was unable to save TJ from getting bullied to hell. The voice has been described, but there's no official, yeah, I think so. There's technically a canon voice for one character in the smoke room. Okay. And my parents caught me looking at gay porn, and now will never look at me the same way again. I still have to deal with that. I'm not exactly in the best of mental states at the moment. So this... I gesticulate to the two of us with a swirl of my free hand is helping. Freaking me out for sure, but I'm glad you're here. We'll make it all right. Yeah. It's relevant. This is just like one of her comics. The mangoes. Oh, Jesus Christ, Leo. Mangas. Turns out she actually reads yaoi stuff after all, I learned. Yaoi stuff? Are you sure she reads yaoi stuff? She probably does. Shouldn't it be Yuri, though? Probably not. She reads yaoi. I think she's bisexual, if anything. That's that anime porn with the Twinkie triangle types, right? Yeah, Yuri's for lesbians, and I know that. That's why I said if Jasmine shouldn't read Yuri, but she's not gay, I think. She's at least bisexual. I nearly choked trying to contain my laughter. Are you familiar with it, Leo? Yeah, of course I'm familiar with it. I got a whole bunch of file with that sort of stuff saved in my sample music folder on my PC. Because of course you fucking do. Yeah, that's also a point, Orion. It's mostly meant for women anyways. Nobody ever looks in there. You would be surprised, Leo. You would be surprised. Looking up at Leo, he looks genuinely happy now. Hey, I told you where you can find my porn stash. You wanna look at it with me? Little otter, huh? I mean, a bit switty, fidgety, and blood splattered. But so am I. Right now, I just have to focus on not ruining this. Don't ever get too comfortable with that sort of thing. I did, and now everything's fucked for me. In the eyes of my folks. No, it's not, Chase. I don't know Chase's parents. But I think I believe Jasmine when she says his parents aren't an issue. It was probably just an issue how they got to know about it. If you just went to them and said, yo, folks, can we talk? I'm gay. It would have probably got over better than them catching him watching Fox and Stallion porn. Man, your mom is the nicest lady. I can't imagine her kicking you out or anything. I'm not worried about that. God, getting kicked out almost sounds preferable to having to face them every day with them having seen me like that. Yeah, maybe not on the anniversary doing the talk, right? I mean, nothing will ever be easy, 11S. It's especially... I mean, it's probably easier today than it was like in that time, but... nothing will ever be easy. Imagine if your parents found your yaoi folder and how they'd see you from then on. Well, they shouldn't have been going through my shit in the first place. I think Mama already knows about me being gay though. What? She kept asking if I like Jasmine, yeah. It was annoying me and I just up and said she wasn't my type. Mama kept prodding me with, why, Leonardo? She is a smart one, and she has cared for you in your times of need and countless occasions. I tried to restrain a snicker at Leo's impression of his mother, the accented high-pitched cadence rather right on the nose. Leo hears my suppressed titters, looking down at me with a faint scowl before hip bumping me and nearly careening off the side of the bike lane into the sagebrush-filled side basin, and he yanks me back by my paw he's holding. I try to imagine Leo and Jasmine together. Makes sense, I guess, but it's weird to think about it. Can you imagine these, can you imagine their children? Hyper-intelligent, compulsive, obsessive psychopaths? Jesus Christ. Nobody would want that. Puberty in general has made things so much different. She went on asking what exactly my type was. I think I was frustrated or something at the time. Like after a bad practice session, I said not girls. My eyes, yeah, that's one way to do it. Like just flat out tell her, like, no, I'm not into pussy, mom. My eyes wide, picturing the confrontation in my mind. Jeez, what happened next? It's cool, to be honest. Yeah, it kinda is. I regretted saying it. Mama could see that plain enough of my mug, yeah. She just clicked her tongue, told me to let her know when I feel like talking more about it. And that is a cool reaction by his mother. Like, you can't tell me anything. But that's a cool reaction. She really saved the day there. She might have not been happy with the answer, But she let him cool. She gave him space and just said, look, if you are ready to talk to me about it, let's have that talk. And that is MVP shit right there, like Wildfire said. I'm assuming you haven't really followed up on her offer. No, Chase, I've not. Of course you didn't, you fucking idiot. You have, like... Your mom is the MVP, Leo. What the fuck are you doing? There's silence between us mostly because I'm trying to think up a response that isn't, well, I have it worse. And because I can't speak, before I can speak, we approach what looks like a short dirt driveway that leads up to a shack of some sort. Leo stops and points towards it. Let's cut through here and head to my house through the rail yard. I don't want to deal with Jeremy right now, in case he's awake and outside his house. I sincerely doubt that Jeremy and Clint would be out and about being dicks this early on a Saturday. They're probably sleeping their drug binge off. I mean, they probably didn't do drugs back then, but still. But I don't argue and follow along. Upon closer inspection, it looks like one of those roadside dive bars. And you see a lot on the reservations. This one's boarded up fairly recently. The Joshua trees in the old-timey pickup truck give it an out-of-place feeling. As far as I know, Joshua trees aren't native to this area. I have to look up what are Joshua trees. I don't know. Need to take a look after the stream. Huh? Never heard about this place before. I have. It was open for a little while. A year or so ago. Yeah, part of Drake just shit. Yeah, it would have been the first new business I've heard of around here since I was like 7, I think. Like I said, it did last. Sorry. I heard from Charlie that the owner got busted for some fucking fucked up shit that Officer Mall Cop found in the back room. Uh-oh. The back rooms. Christ. I mean, this is from Charlie. But I believe all of it. Like what specifically? Leo shrugs. I'm having a hard time reading today. Leo shrugs. A light frown on his muzzle. I don't know. He wouldn't tell me. They continue moving, Leo kicking an errant bean can along in front of us as we walk. This is such a cliche. Like kicking along that bean can. Can't believe Charlie's still alive. Turns out absurd amounts of meth is the secret to a long lifespan. I mean, I'm sometimes surprised who's still alive in this world. Look at Mick Jagger. Or look at Ozzy Osbourne. Like those two. Holy shit. They would snort anything. Keith Richards is the same. But here they are. Alive and kicking. Not if I find out you've been taking it, Otter. I'll be shot in your fucking lifespan real quick. Holy shit. Like, chill a little bit, Leo, okay? You don't have to threaten him. He smirks at me in aroma eyes. Glancing back at the side of the abandoned bar we pass. Keith and Brian oh. I don't know. Keith lived happily ever after. Or he got strangled to death by a meth-addicted bear. Your guess is as good as mine. Keith and Brian's Booze Bastion. Poor Keith. Poor Keith. The sun is now high enough in the sky that I occasionally have to shield my eyes from it as we head due east. I think I said that already, but I just want to say that I really dig the backgrounds they drew here. They are really nice. Right now I'm trying to balance up on one of the rails of the train tracks, whilst Leo does the same on the other. Jovian! My darling, how are you doing? Ah, he's sending hard, Sovian. It is made a bit more difficult by the fact that we are still holding hands. Each teeter from yanking me along as well, and vice versa. With the train tracks, yeah. I know some abandoned train tracks too in my town. But you're not allowed there because they just put fences around it and said, nope, you're not going there. Despite being, as he puts it, a lump of stones covered in fur, he has a lot more poise than yours truly. I think my tail might be a bit too thick for balance and agility. More suited for aquatic usage. That just reminds me how much I could use a swim right now. Or at least a bath. Filthy otter. I feel like a dusty skeever and I must be smelling musky as hell at this point. I'm a mess and I'm a mess in front of Leo, who just keeps looking better and better the brighter it gets. You just described sweat stains, bloody knuckles. I'm not sure if he really is getting better. Arches also has really nicely painted backgrounds. Arches is the next game we probably dig into then, after we finished Echo. I mean, you already said Arches would be the next one, so I'll just go for it. Yeah, and he's into that. I can see that. I'm worried that he's going to take one long look at me any moment now and realize he's made a mistake. I don't think he will do that. Hey. Glance over tentatively, increasingly conscious of how clammy my paw pads are in Leo's grasp. I know we kinda glossed over it earlier, but how do you think the others are actually gonna respond to all this? Oh yeah, he totally is a Lebanese. Like his entire thing. Well, not entirely, because when you finish Leo's route, he ends up with someone who is not exactly that kind of guy. He is, but he also kind of isn't. It's a bit weird to explain without you seeing it, though. I nearly fall off the rail, catching myself with one foot on the ground. Technically it's cheating, but this isn't really a competition. What do you mean all this? He clicks his tongue against the roof of his mouth, just like his mom does. Still, I don't know exactly what that means. Stupido. My gaze falls and I feel my shoulders slump. Leo looks over, his expression turning apologetic, and I can feel his thumb rub the side of my paw. Ah, sorry. I know we are both tired as dirt. Honest though, if I was in bed right now, I wouldn't be able to sleep. Leaving it all like this. I guess I just gotta come out and say it all plain like for you, Otter. You're my boyfriend now, right? Oh, Jesus Christ. I blink at hearing the words out loud, though when the moment comes, I don't even hesitate. You're my boyfriend, Leo. That's so sweet. Young love blossoms. His pace on the track slows and then eventually stops outright. He turns facing me. They're going to kiss! They're going to kiss! We stand there. We stand in the midst of the abandoned passenger carriers. The plants around us mostly dead or dormant for the autumn. Can't help but have this feeling that we clash with our surroundings alive and new in something dead and decaying. If you two kiss, you will alive your surroundings. I'm reminded of a word I studied for Southwestern literature elective I took. The quas. Quas? Is it quas? Probably. Never heard of that. Comes to me as if recited on a recorder in my brain. The short paragraph which I labored to memorize the night before my presentation. Was a noun, both singular and plural, referring to anything strange, incongruous, or peculiar. At this heart is the unknown, the mysterious. Yeah, it's great. I love it. Like I already said, I know I'm harping on that and I'm like repeating that ad nauseum, but those games are well written. I really like them so far. It's good shit. Like, there's no how they do everything. Great. Even here you can see it. The train tracks here are folding together, basically symbolizing, as you said or pointed out, that they are getting together here. Their pathways come together as one. Rhymes with os. To a traveler, often the highest quesitum. For me, everything, whether object, person, or event, when seen clearly in the depth of the existence, in its quiddity is quas. And every road, every alley, and every road, every alley, the all to order, the all to your parlor, the course of a creek, the track of a comet, all are a route was for any traveler. Not to mention how trains often move. It's a good one. Any queries? I'm completely destroying this right now. Any curious willing to question, to go in quest, to ask the cosmic question of the medieval church drama. Quem queritis, whom do you seek, O pilgrim? Uh-huh. 11S, you are completely correct. This train goes off the rails. William Lee's Heat Moon. Let's be happy, yeah? Moisture wells within the rusted eyes, and I recall the last time I saw Leo cry. And yes, Soviet, I agree with you that railroads are a great symbol for, or a great visual for destiny. Like, for any kind of thing that is moving on and destination, everything. Yeah. Just like a road would be, essentially. But I would say if you use both side by side, I would actually say the destiny when you use the road is more unsure, because the road could lead anywhere, and the train tracks are fixed. They always lead to the same point. That makes sense. Moisture wells within his rusted eyes, and I recall the last time I saw Leo cry. It was after what happened at the lake. It was our first day back at school, and he gathered all of our group together. He started out fine, managing simple English and explaining how he promised he was going to protect us all from now on, and then just kept saying "I'm sorry" over and over again. Jasmine was the first to step up and hug him, then Carl, then TJ, then me, and finally Flynn. Flynn wasn't even in this entire thing apart from a few, like, messages on the phone. Poor Flynn. He was the only one who wasn't really in this one. We held each other outside the road and sobbed. Flynn kept yelling something and seemed more incensed than mourning, but I wasn't listening to his words. Leo bawled until he was hiccuping, wrought with himself. We all did. Yeah, trauma might make the tea sweeter, but it also makes it darker and also more dangerous. Eventually, a passerby called one of our parents, and we were picked up one by one. The funeral had happened the week before, and our parent thought we were ready to reintegrate that things were better. Hey, what's up? How you doing? I'm good. Gaming with Nana. But Leo was always there, keeping his promise. Now my eyes brim with tears. I think it might be in part due to our lack of sleep, but I can't hold back. We stare at each other, Leo laughing and wiping his eyes with his palms. You always suck in your cheeks when you're trying not to cry. He reaches up, ruffling my head fur, as he does so commonly. Can I see your body pillow? Yes, you can. Look at this. Look at this magnificent body pillow. Made by friend of the channel, Angel Dog. I want it. Well, it's digital for now. But I said 10,000 subscribers and I make a real version. Did I? Huh. I don't even remember that. In Kai's oh my god. In Kai's chat. You're from Kai, okay. Yeah, I mean, you can work something out, you know? I sniffed, trying to manage a challenging look. Leo looking blurry in my vision. I let go of his paw, taking him by the front of the shirt and pulling him down to the height. Shut my eyes tight and kiss him, my arms trembling as I do so. Large arms envelop me, his grasp first on my waist and then my upper face as he holds onto my tear-matted cheeks. I remember now, yeah, you were in the chat and I said no sharing. No sharing the rat twink body pillow. My rat twink. You take care, Sophie, and thank you for being here. The kiss is over rather quickly, but I embrace him as soon as our muscles part. I feel his head rub into mine, a neediness to his demeanor which I share. We continue to stand on our own rail, keeping equilibrium balanced at the center. This makes the hug sort of awkward in structure. And it actually reminds me a lot of church pamphlets TJ had that described the way to hug someone of the proper way to hug someone of the opposite sex. Then what's the proper way to hug someone of the same sex? If consent is given, you always grab their ass. Backs hunched forward, arms around the upper torso. Pelvises at least a foot apart from one another. A foot! Jesus. Same brain, but comment was, I don't know why YouTube filters that out so much, Wildfire. I said the D word. Okay. Ah, okay. I said to grab the D word. Okay. Someone did fan art of this scene and it's very cute. I have to look that up. Because the scene itself is also pretty cute. Of the TJ hug, I think. Right, Orion? At least we were all good in the eyes of the Lord so far. Yeah, on them kissing on... Oh, okay, it's kissing here. It feels like several minutes pass. Leo occasionally squeezing me tight or rubbing his paws across my back, so I do the same. That position starts to feel a bit sore. Especially with my recent battering, and I pull back. Leo seems to have been caught unawares, waving his arms as he tries to find his balance again. He stumbles and falls off, his rump hitting the sandy gravel beside the track. That hurts. I mean, Leo is basically a gay yandere. Let's be real here. Oh shit, Leo, you okay, man? I hopped down But my haste, my foot, but in my haste, my foot catches it. I topple over and fall. I topple over to the wolf's big chest, adding injury to injury. Leo just chuckles, rewrapping his arms around my midsection. We meet eye to eye. Clumsy otter. I sigh with relief and kiss him again. Briefly, as I'm aware I haven't brushed my teeth in 24 hours. He strokes his fingers through my head fur, careful to avoid the bump on the back of my head, before releasing me. I stand, offering a paw to him. He takes it, though. Just for show, really. He seems to have no problem standing up on his own now. So, before I rudely interrupted, I ask you how you thought the others will take us now that we're a couple. We start walking again, this time with Leo leading. He seems to take fancy with an old rusted crane. The wolf bounding up the step ladder and clambering over it like he's 10 again. Flynn will taunt us relentlessly, but harmlessly. DJ will probably be confused, but ultimately happy for us. Carl will just be bewildered as all hell and awkward about it. Leo reaches the top of the crane steps. He peeks over the metal to beckon me. Really, in my head I imagined when I tell Carl I'm queer and stuff, he'll just say that's gay. I mean, it would fit him. Totes. Like, Carl would say that, 100%. Then continue playing his handheld without caring. I think I believe Leo more on this one. Carl, nah, he cares. What about Jess? Well, I got a feeling she'll be alright with it. I turn, hiding my tired smile. I'm glad I opened up to her. Also, I don't want tetanus I'm good down here. He nods, making his way back down his chipper gait and utterly foreign sight as he beams at me. The wolf is slap happy hyper. What about your parents? Oh, Jesus. I mean, they might even be happy because he won't watch porn anymore. One day they catch me with gay porn, the next day I have a big-ass Hispanic wolf boyfriend. I don't know, man. I want to tell mine about you. They'd be happy for me, I guarantee it, yeah? My eyes drift down to my pocket. The weight of my phone still resting against my thigh. I still have a voicemail from yesterday that they sent me. I haven't listened to it. I see some excited demeanor diminish to his usual, more concerned expression. Leo heads over beside me and we continue walking. It's probably not an android. Well, it could be. I mean, if you don't use your phone like every 5 minutes and stare at the screen and do dumb shit, they usually last. And I would claim, but that's me, phones that last much longer in the early 2000s than they do now. Jace, whatever they say, you still got me. He approaches me and stops. his fingertips tapping his hips. And she thinks of what to say. You've still got all of us in the group, and if shit got real bad, you could stay with us for a bit. Jasmine does it all the time. I and Mama are used to having a house filled with kids, but since most of my siblings moved out, it's just me. TJ's parents could never turn you away either. And Carl, well, God knows that he has enough damn room that goes unused. His parents are barely ever there. It could be like that one movie with the boy who lived in the walls of the house, making spooky noises at night and eating their gorgonzola. I let out a small chuckle. Yeah, I think if his parents threw him out, which I don't believe, he could easily live with Carl or anyone else. Apart from Jasmine and Flynn, probably. And I think he never should live with Jasmine or Jenna to begin with. I remember how Carl used to be afraid of ghosts a few years ago. Oh, how ironic! I got to hang out with him and play video games as a coping mechanism excuse. Still, now that I have my phone in hand, I still have the same twisting dread within my gut. I'm just... It's like everything is changing, and my head is spinning. My folks will never see me the same again. They won't, because you're almost a fucking adult, Chase. Almost. The curtness of Leo's tone has me looking up from my phone and back at him. Esther Yuka. People grow up. You have, and really handsomely, I gotta say, yeah. I took off the side. The flattery is making my neck warm and my cheeks flush. Despite everything, I still can't believe it's Leo that is saying all this to me. The thing is, your parents are gonna love you no matter what. They are good like that. I know it. I bet my neck. He grasps his throat, looking down at me with bloodshot eyes and a smile. Other shit piles around here are the ones I'm gonna have to worry about. Because no way I'm hiding that I have Chase the Otter as my boyfriend. And trust me, he raises up his large fist in front of me, showing the crimson which still stains his knuckle fur. They try anything or harass ya for it, I'll make sure they know the consequence. This is one aspect I like about Leo's character. They made him actually not a total cliche. Because I totally believe that he's able to defend his honor and means it. At least in this regard. I shift my focus from Leo's fist to his wild gaze. Man, you need some sleep. Leo blinks and brings his fist back to rub the back of his neck. Yeah, fuck yeah, I do. He sniffs, rolling his shoulders. Some before looking back to the phone in my hand. Alright, let's listen to the voicemail, eh? He looks off to the side, sort of muttering embarrassedly under his breath. Double chop that sucker and whatnot. It's so cringy. But I feel like I want to kiss him again. I smile wryly at Leo. He just huffs. Fair warning though. You're still probably grounded as hell. I snark, my chest feeling tight and my mouth dry. Oh yeah. I know that. I get yelled at if I don't call my parents back within 5 minutes anyways. My dude. My dude. Those 5 minutes have long been passed. I miss you while I'm in lockup, though. Leo grins lopsidedly, less wild now. I'll see if I can arrange a conjugal visit or something. I take a deep breath, navigating to the voicemail inbox section. Ready? I can see Leo's family home in the distance now, some smoke rising up from the backyard. They must be grilling or something. Ready. Press play. Echo. Route 65. Well then. I think we finished it. That was a thing. I'm somewhat surprised at the somewhat sudden ending, but I don't mind it either because it could have gone on for a very long time, essentially. Still, but it's nice. Yeah, it's concise and to the point. I like this one too. It's a good side story. There are small changes depending on who you choose to come out to, so okay. Yeah, but I will play those maybe in the off time because I'm going through everything again. I'm not sure if that's... What the fuck is going on? What is happening here? Hey. Oh, okay. Well, never mind. Hey. Okay. So, we just bow out here. Yeah, that was a good one. Was a good tip. Thank you to Orion. We are going back to Echo now. So let me... Motherfucker is trying to act like a creepy. Let me set up the new stream. I'll drop the link to the lobby in just a few seconds. Just need to set up the new stream. And then we're gonna party like it's 1993. Okay. I'll just lobby. Where are we dropping, boys? You're dropping in that lobby that I link you. See you there. Okay. Guys, gals, I'll see you all soon. In like 1 or 2 minutes. Just let me bring up the chat. This is the lobby. I heard you all. And just join there. And I'll see you on the flip side. Take care, everyone. Bye-bye.